Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. It's a very cold Saturday night here. I didn't end up drinking today. I don't know what happened to good old Adam from Mersey Beers, but yeah, I did one beer review, wrapped it up early, ready to join him, and he went missing. So no one else was around. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not drinking. So yeah, I've saved it for tonight. I'm going to do 4 beers, so I may as well make the most of it. I've got a series. It's a single hop series by Mountain Culture. They're all hops from a new hop farm in Oregon. I think it's called Indie Hops. Not 100% certain, but yeah, you've got 4 different beers, 4 different hops, and they all come out sort of in sequential weeks. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they go. Unfortunately, it's only 1 Westie and 3 hazies. I was hoping they'd mix it up a bit more, but no. I'm gonna try. I got to look it up on Instagram and see that the order that they come out in. I'll try it in that because I thought I want to try it sort of from least fresh to freshest. Yeah, we'll go from there. Cheers to the chats. We have miscellaneous. Haven't seen you for a while, dude. Looking at the comments, it looks like you've been in my world a little bit under the weather. Crook, as us Aussies like to say. Yeah, I was going to do it an hour ago, and then I was like, nah, still got to have some dinner and a shower and stuff. So I thought the later I do it, the better, because more likely I'll get people watching from the UK and the US. Yeah, good to see you, dude. Yeah, I was out of action for about 5 days. So I only did 1 beer review this week, and then I've done another one today. Yeah, we'll have to have some ales together, bro. I was real disappointed today. I was keen as for a drink, and like no one was around. It was such a shit day on YouTube. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I've been sort of really mentally drained today. I'm having a lot of trouble booking flights that suit me to Sydney. The flight home, no drama at all. But the flight there is just such a pain in the ass. Like the main flight I want to get, I'm too worried that I'm going to be pushing it for time. And there's nothing worse than relying on public transport to get to your destination on time. So I just can't go through and book that one because I'm worried that I'll be like 10, 20 minutes late. That'll just fuck the whole trip. And then all the other ones after that, the prices have just gone up so much. So the only thing I can think of now is just pulling an all-nighter in Melbourne the night before and getting the real early morning one. And I'll end up saving money, but it just means it's another night away from the dogs and like the uncomfortability of having to hang in the city for a few hours. It's just such a fucking pain in the ass. So and like yeah, it's just been doing my head in, just try like all the thoughts of all the stuff like yeah going into it. Like the one coming home's no drama at all. Like I should already book that and have it sorted, but I just want to book them together. Like it's starting to get to a stage where I'm like, just like, should I just drive? And it's like a fucking about a 11-hour drive, but it's so frustrating. That's why I was always like apprehensive about going to this gig. As much as I love Parkway Drive, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I just always knew I was going to be up against it with work and public transport and trying to get to Sydney at particular times. It's the shit thing about living in the country and being a single guy with dogs. Anyway, moving on. Had my little rant. So yeah, it's very cold here. So yeah, what I wanted to do first, actually, I'll show the beers. I'll show the order I think they're meant to be in, and then I'll have a quick look. So I've got a feeling, or if anyone out there is on Instagram, look up mountain culture for me and see if you see the picture of these four beers and if it has the order that they're in. So Luminosa is a hop I don't know much about at all. And this is a New England IPA at 6.8%. Yeah, it doesn't. All it says on the back on every can, just with the different hop. Our 2025 single hop series has been designed to exhibit the full sensory spectrum of the hops we hand selected at Indie Hops headquarter Oregon across a range of beer styles. This is Luminosa, 100% Luminosa hopped New England IPA. So that's the one that I reckon was first. So it would have been brewed a month ago. And then I reckon I seen this one second and I got excited because it's a Westie and it's Chinook. 7.2%. Westie with Chinook should be awesome because it'll be a piney boy. And then we had Lorien. These L hops, I'm not familiar with at all. And that is a New England IPA at 7%. Luminosa and Lorien. And then I definitely know this one come out last. And I was pretty pumped for this one because I like the hop. I think it's like quite like dynamic and yeah, like universal. Can be very different at times. So this is an oat cream IPA featuring Strata. And that's at 6.5%. Pretty cool. Hopefully it's got that dankness and that berry sort of characteristic. So yeah, I just normally I'd go sort of ABV from start to finish or the order they were brewed or like style, have the Westie at a different time to the hazies, but I just wanted to do it in the order they came in. So I'll have a quick look now and see if it's got it on there. I'm pretty sure the way I said it though was right. Yeah, it looks like it's Luminosa Nipa, Chinook West Coast, Lorien Nipa, and Strata Oat Cream. So I'll do it in that order. Let's get it. I'm keen now for a beer. Bloody people letting me down. Mersey beers having a sleep. He kept waking up though and messaging me and going, "Oh, do you want to do it now? We'll have another crack or something." And then, yeah, it was like he kept falling asleep. Now he knows how I feel, having to adapt to everyone else's times. I've got my delightful little mountain culture glass. I don't know what it's known as, maybe a tulip or something like that. I'll be hazed out after this little session. And I'm repping my Banks beanie that I forgot I even had. You can only faintly see Banks on there. I actually think I got this beanie for free, or I might have got it in a package. It was when I won Beer Man show and he sent me a voucher for Banks. I was like, oh, that's cool. Because I reckon they had a Father's Day pack or something like that. And I reckon the beanie was in there. So I would say like a dull orange in colour, cloudy appearance, medium body, one finger head, and light carbonation. It's got that very soft, elegant look about it. Let's get into it. Let's have a whiff. Yeah, hopefully everyone's had a decent week. Mine was pretty shit, but mainly because I got sick. Finished off all right. And the good thing about this is I have no idea about like the as far as the hops go and there's no flavor notes, there's nothing on the cans at all. And I haven't looked at them on like Untapped or anything like that. So we're just going for it. I've got like a passion fruit pineapple sort of thing going on. Maybe some like peach. It's got that sort of sweet and tart thing going on. It's quite grassy, like floral. Maybe some mango. Maybe even like a pear or something like that. There's something a little different in there. Yeah, bro. Just watching some of them lately, I've been cringing. Like I haven't even been. I've been on hardly any streams lately, and I haven't even really enjoyed watching most of them. When there's no topic and it's like the same people on them all the time, you just keep hearing the same stories, and especially when it's people that I mean, it sounds harsh, but people that just always do the same thing, like they don't get out the house and travel and go on trips and I don't know, just particular stuff. It's like you're never hearing anything new. It's not so bad if it's. I don't mind when you see a stream and you'll get someone pop up that you haven't seen for a while, but I just hate seeing the same people on everyone, like on everyone's streams. Like that's what drives me nuts. That's exactly why, like, it's sort of like sometimes if when I got people into my community, I sort of wish they'd just stay with my community and then not branch. I mean, everyone's going to naturally branch out or want to if they've got a channel, especially because they want to sort of grow and like, yeah, yeah, different contacts and all that sort of stuff. But then I don't know, it just makes all the streams the same. And it's annoying too when you like it, as in when you're all beer centric people, but then you got all these other people that aren't, but then they'll be on the streams, and it's like, why are they there, sort of thing. I don't know. I've been battling that for a while. Me and Josh used to always talk about it. That's why sometimes I'll just say no to people joining because I just want it particular people. Like, anyway, back to the smelling. Yeah, so what do I say? Like pineapple, passion fruit, mango, like peach. A lot of fruits that start with P, pear. It's like quite like perfumey also. Like it's got that sort of delicate floral, like a wet sort of floral note. Makes it like perfumey, like a nice sort of aroma you wouldn't think of in a beer. But anyway, let's go for a drink because I have four to drink. We better get started. Cheers. Yeah. Cheers, Matt. Yeah, I know that you've always just preferred when it's just me like just discussing the beers and stuff than any of the hangout stuff. I've always appreciated your opinion. The hangout stuff's pretty much just it's not really for the viewers, it's more just for the hosts and his mates sort of thing. I mean, sometimes there's funny shit and stuff going on and people are watching and that, but I'll be in Sydney next week, dude. Still trying to sort it all out. Oh, one of my friends too. She just like when I've been organised in Sydney, she just happened to message me yesterday and goes, "Oh, I'm in Sydney this weekend," and she went to the new bracket. She went to Future. She went to Kicks. She went to Source, and she went to the Wildflower Mountain Culture one. So yeah, she's had a good crack. I was like, why couldn't you have gone next week? Yeah. Like there's certain people, yeah, like Drew, for example, I don't get to hang with him like I used to, and I definitely miss just being able to jump on and crack a few beers and have a chat. And one thing I used to always like is quite often it'd be like maybe just me, him, and like one or two others. It wouldn't turn into this big. It would at times, but it doesn't turn into a big shit show like a lot of the UK streams. There's always like so many people on them. And yeah, there's always been a particular element that I've talked about off air numerous times with streams that just make them better, in my opinion. Yeah, well, Wildflower is now Wildflower and Mountain Culture. So it's a joint venture, which is really cool. Um, Wildflower have had a lot of bad luck over the years. I think they had a brewery that had a dodgy floor installed or something, and I remember they had to spend fucking shitloads of money to pull all the floor up and what with all the equipment involved and yeah, redo it all. And I remember it just costing them a lot of money and they were out of action for a good year or two. And Topher, the owner, head brewer, is good mates with DJ from Mountain Culture. They hang out all the time, sort of yeah, out of work and stuff. And I reckon DJ, because Mountain Culture are doing so well and he respects Topher massively, I reckon he's probably sort of invested to help him out. So now they've got this joint venture and it's like in the Marrickville Mile area where all the real good breweries are within walking distance. Yeah, now Wildflowers, a Wildflower and Mountain Culture bar, which is pretty sick. So it's good for people that are sort of more Sydney city and inner city. Like if they can't be fucked going out to the Blue Mountains, at least they've got mountain culture stuff nearby now. Yeah, fucking Poms. One thing that my mate said about she really enjoyed Kicks and Future. She said, "I'll love Future because of the beer selections." She said with Bracket, she goes, it was really, really noisy for some reason. I don't know whether I don't know if it's like just the building it's in and it's like brewing equipment or like they had music too loud or yeah, I don't know, but she just said it was really noisy. She said it was great, like really good time, but the noise was like overbearing. Yeah. See, I've been to in Sydney, I've been to Mountain Culture OG, so the one up in the mountains. I've been to what's the brewery in the Cronulla area, Matt? They're underrated. It was one of the first ones I went to when I went to Sydney. It's not quite in Cronulla, but it's sort of on the way there. Oh, they're on a main road, like on a little corner, and they do like really good pizza as well. I just can't remember the bloody name of them. And they have like live music, and it's like you walk in there and everything's sort of on one level, but then you get some seating and toilets and that upstairs. If you say the name, I'll definitely be like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sort of keen to go to Wildflower because there's a lot of their beers that I'm still seeking. And also because they're such good quality. Like they're unreal at what they do and they're different to everything else. Yeah. Like I'm thinking of possibly even staying in that area. Because yeah, if I'm gonna I should be in I should be in Sydney now for 2 full days. So one day I'll dedicate to that Marrickville area. And then the other day I'll probably do more city stuff and getting ready for the concert and shit. Yeah. I was waiting around, dude. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, I didn't end up drinking today. I just cracked it. I didn't crack the shit. So I was just like, ah, fuck it. No one's around. Yeah, reel off a few names, dude, if you can. Like, if there's any you can think of. There was one I went to that was in an industrial area, and it was really old school. It was a craft brewery, but it sort of had that slightly boganish sort of style to it. I think it had shark in the name. Is there a Shark Island or Shark something? But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like the people there were good. They had like some decent sort of limited release beers. I'm sure it had shark in the name. That's the one that I was thinking of that was sort of the the lesser of the two. But then yeah, this other one was not far from that. I'm pretty sure it was in walking distance. Yeah, is there another one in that area? Yeah, I'm friends with him, dude. Me and him always talk about doing streams together and stuff. But yeah, he's got his own little sort of because he's in Perth, he has his own little shows and they're always at times like way later than like he normally if I'm on in my normal time, he's normally starting when I'm already in bed because he starts at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night his time, which is like after midnight for me. But yeah, obviously when I was doing different shifts and not so much overtime and that, I was sort of seeing more of you. I've been on his show a few times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He goes live every Saturday night. He does sort of like it's very chilled, very relaxed. Sort of just having a couple of drams or a couple of beers and like does like some questions of people in the chat and sometimes has guests on. We want to do a German beer stream together and we want to do a one drop special. So we're talking about fruit sours one night. I was telling him how good one drop are with fruit sours in Australia. So yeah, we're gonna organise a time where we both look at the one drop website and get like maybe four different sours and drink them together. Yeah, he's got like really cool like technology and stuff, and he's always using real weird stuff. Like he doesn't use StreamYard, it's some other weird as it's like one of those ones where you have to sign in when you join. Like, yeah. But yeah, back to this beer. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the hop, to be honest. It's just got that I don't know, on the aroma, it's sort of like sweet, yeah, like tropical fruit, citrus, some stone fruit as well, like floral, grassy. But just on the palate, there's just something about it. Like all the flavors just coming together, and yeah, I don't know. It's certainly not a like just based just purely on taste. It's certainly a beer that's like I wouldn't go back to. And yeah, you can tell when you're a fan of a brewery and it's got the same base that I know and love. Just when it comes to the taste, it's like if it's not hitting, you can just tell. Well, yeah, obviously it's if it's a single hop beer, well, it's that you're not a massive fan of that hop. And when I was in the Marrickville area, I went to. Unfortunately, I couldn't go to Wildflower at the time because that's when they had the troubles with the floor. So they were closed for about a year or two. But yeah, I went to Source. I went to Batch. I went to Wayward. I went to Grifter. I went to Filter. I went to what's the one that's part owned by the Prime Minister? Willie and the Boatman. Um, Young Henry's. There was so many. It was awesome. And yeah, I did them all in a day. Like it was nuts. And that was after going to the Mountain Culture Festival. Cool. So are you going to like Cloudwater and Track and like who are you going there with? That's the one. Yes. Woo! Sunday Road Brewing. Yep, they were good. They were like when I went there, they were one of those breweries where I thought, yeah, these guys are going to do all right. Because I was there with like unfortunately, the guy that I did a lot of these breweries with, we got on really well, and then we had like a falling out, just like a drunken falling out, and yeah, both. I don't know, like I think he must be very set in his ways, and they're just even the next day when like everything was sort of cool and that he just didn't want to bar me. So I'm just like, oh well, bit of a shame, but yeah. Sunday Road Brewing. Yeah, that was sort of like one of his locals. Yeah, you'll have to get some of their stuff, dude. So when I went there, they had like some live music and they had really good pizzas. Like, yeah, I think it was pizzas. They had actually, I reckon they had a setup. It was pizza, but it was like it wasn't actually cooked there. I reckon they have a place for food trucks. And yeah, I remember speaking shit to the Italian guy in the food truck, and he's a real legend. He had like apparently he had a YouTube channel, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, anyway, I remember just sitting up on the top level, looking down on sort of the bar and the food truck and all the people and the person singing, and yeah, it was a really cool vibe there. They had they had a good mix of styles, and they had. I mean, everyone's into hazies and that, but they had like Hallis Lager and Czech Pilsners and like some stouts. They had like a barrel aged one. Um, I reckon they had like a coffee porter. All their cans were in, like green, sort of like this colour, I think. Yeah, with like Sunday Road written in like big white sort of font. I knew as soon as you'd mention the name, I'd think like I'd remember it. So yeah, I've done a lot of Sydney and Brisbane brewery facilities. Obviously I've done most of Melbourne, but yeah, I'm one of those people that whenever you're at a festival and people are talking about beer places in different cities, it's like, boom, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. So it's cool just being able to relate to, yeah, people even when they're from different cities. That's why I want to do Adelaide again. See, I've done most of Perth also, but Adelaide, I've only really been there as a kid. So when it comes to brewery stuff in Adelaide, it's mainly been at festivals or buying their beers sort of online or whatever. So let's see if I can get any improvement out of Luminosa. It's just something about it. Just doesn't taste very nice. And you know me, I mean, I love my mountain culture, but I also like to keep it real. So I'm not going to lie and say that I really enjoy something when I don't. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the quality of this beer is amazing. But it's just, yeah, just the flavour. It's not hitting at all. It's just, it comes across as a bit of a jumbled mess. And yeah, when you're trying a hop you're not familiar with in a single hop beer, and it's by a brewery that you know are fucking good, it's like, well, whenever I see Luminosa from now on, I'm certainly not jumping at it. Yeah, the main breweries I want to do when I get back to Sydney, if I got enough time, I want to do, yeah, the Wildflower Mountain Culture, Bracket, Future, Kicks. I have heard that the Bob Hawks Brewery, although the beers are shit, I've heard it's worth a look because they've got like a lot of old school sort of exhibit stuff that's real funny and worth looking at, and it's got a really good Chinese like 80s restaurant. So if it's in the same area, it'd be like I'll just go there for the food and have a bit of a look. Um, I wouldn't mind getting back to White Bay. I don't know how easily it is to get to White Bay. Like maybe I could do White Bay the night I go to the concert because I know it's sort of in that harbour area. Whether you can, mate, you might be able to get there on the ferry, perhaps. Yeah, that's cool. There's a lot. I reckon Adelaide's craft breweries are underrated too. They've got some really good breweries over there. Shapeshifter are awesome. Little Bang can be pretty good. I had two new beers from Little Bang at Carwin last weekend, and they rocked my socks. I was like, wow. This is like elite level here. They were called. Fuck, what were they called? I'm gonna find them. I definitely took I had them on my Instagram story. That's the beers there. So that's in the Carwin Beer Garden. They had the same hops and the same name, but one was a hazy and one was a westy. You can obviously tell which one's which. It was like it wasn't hoppopotamus, but it was something like that. It had hop in the name and an animal. I can't bloody think for the life of me what it was. If I go, I think I ended up putting them on Untapped, even though I hardly use it lately. Hop, Apocalypse, Apocalypse Hazy, and Apocalypse West. I was that like blown away. I gave them both 4.5 out of 5. They were really good, like just elite quality in Aussie IPAs and like as fresh as fuck. Just both of them just hit real hard. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then another brewery I like from over that way is called Uradler or Uradler. They're sort of based in a little pub somewhere. And yeah, same as you say, like German sort of, there's a lot of German heritage, especially in those out in the hills. Yeah. Yeah, that place is meant to be good, dude. I would say check it out. I might even check it out when I'm there. It's meant to be like, yeah, like whenever there's big beer events in Australia, like Melbourne does Carwin Cellars or some of those sort of places. Bitterfew's always one that I see in Sydney. So I don't know much about it, but just based on that, I would say check it out. Whereabouts are you staying? It's on the other side of the bridge somewhere, isn't it? What? They got a range triple IPA on it. Oh, a bit of few. I was thinking you meant as in where you going today for a drink. Did I ask you who you were going with today, like to Cloudwater and track and that? Just going by yourself. Yeah, so the one that I was looking at, dude, on the website's that eucalyptus, the green one. But if they have different shit there that's not on the website, just like send us a photo or something. But yeah, that's the one. If it's just based on the stuff that's on their website, that's the one I'd go for. Yeah, yeah, cool. Nah, you got to do two. Always do two beers at a brewery if you're driving, but just take it easy. I guess so. You're probably going to a few places, so you can only sort of have one at each. My as far as the beers you're bringing for me, that's done and dusted now, isn't it? It's all was Chubble's the last one to go in there. I just couldn't remember if you'd got them all or not. I need to move on to the next one. So yeah, it's not getting any better. This. And I can't sort of, I don't know, I can't sort of put my finger on why, but it just, there's just nothing that stands out to me. And it's like the flavors that are in there just, I don't know, all muddled together just doesn't create a pleasant taste for me. That's all I can sort of say. I just don't enjoy it too much. Just being honest. So, next, one that I am excited about. Yeah, boy. A West Coast at 7.2 with Chinook. If this one isn't decent, I will become a female and be known as Samantha. I'm that confident this is going to be a banger. It's got more of a modern look to it. Very clean. So carbonation is quite light. It's got about a 3-finger head. I would say full on straw in colour. And yes, super clean. The clarity is amazing. Body medium. It's a sight to behold. It looks really good. Now let's have a whiff. I'm not getting much. Hmm. Oh yeah, cool. Can I pick them? Or do you know what you get? Yeah, because I don't have a sure shot yet, do I? Just put the hat wherever, dude. Like whatever's easiest. If your bag goes down, my hat goes down with the bag. I couldn't give a fuck about the hat. I'd be worried for you. I'd be feeling your pain. Oh, cool. So you've had these 4, brother. That's good. And that's good that you've packed it up. Yeah, I don't know. Just on the aroma, I thought, oh, yeah, it's standard mountain culture beer. But on the flavour, I was like, wow, this is probably like one of my least preferred MC beers I've ever had. Another beer that I'm not a fan of, Matt, and it's just purely down to style, Juice Trip. I'm not a fan of these fucking fruit enhanced beers. They need to fuck them off. If they start pumping out a heap of them, I will not buy them. Yeah, yeah, boy. That's good, dude. How you been anyway? Long time no see. I'm just doing a single hop series. So Mountain Culture, one of my favourite breweries that are in the mountains, like west of Sydney. They've got 4 new beers out, and they're just single hop, and it's all from a hop farm up in Oregon called Indie Hops. Yeah, and they've got 4 fresh batches of hops tried in 4 different styles of beer, and yeah, like I love these guys, but the first beer was very lackluster. But yeah, hopefully the rest are decent. This is a Westie and it's got Chinook in it. So I'm like, how could you go wrong? But in saying that, on the aroma, I'm not getting much yet. So it's just not jumping out. I expected straight away to get this huge waft of pine. Like, in all honesty, I smell tropical fruit. It's fucking weird. Yeah, cool. I'll try and stay up then. I should be right. Like, I've done fuck all day. I even had a bit of an arvo nap. So, yeah. Was the American IPA, was that the green one? It was in like a can like this color. This is a VB. I've got a VB like jumper on with a fucking Banks beanie on. Yes. Whoo! And we're safe. So yeah, on aroma, very subtle. Not much going on. Could just smell like muddled sort of tropical fruit, like pineapple, passion fruit. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to take a sip. Had a sip, quite delightful. Like, fair bit of bitterness, which you want. Some tropical fruit, some citrus fruit, some pine, slightly sort of sticky, resinous. Mm. Yeah, I'm getting like, I would say sort of like orange and grapefruit, pineapple, passion fruit. It's like a white bready base. Finish is quite dry. Yeah, I'd say moderate bitterness. Westies, gotta love them. Yeah. Yeah. They're bloody double red. Like it. So Adam here in the chat, Matt, he's the one that's coming to Australia, and I haven't met anyone from the YouTube community yet. So me and Adam will meet in like 2 weeks' time. It's going to be awesome. And he loves his red IPAs. And you know how good the double red is. Like it's fucking phenomenal. So yeah, I've I've got a can of it in the fridge for him. I just can't wait for him to try it. Pardon me. I just think Mountain Culture's double red, even if you're not a red IPA lover. It's just one of those beers. It's just chef's kiss. Yeah. I've been trying to find a good brown ale for you, but yeah, there's just nothing that sort of I've seen of late. I had one myself somewhere, but it was on tap and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, fuck, I wish I could get this in a can. I'm sort of hoping when we go to like Banks that they've got, yeah, like a brown ale or a red IPA or something like that. One thing that'll be interesting, dude, is yeah, when we go to Banks and Boat Rocker have been brewing a lot of English styles lately, so that'd be cool for you just to try some of them and see how they compare. We'll be there tucking in. So that's another thing. I don't know if you've had much wildflower, Adam, but Boat Rockers like wild ferment stuff is heaps like that. So yeah, it's going to be awesome going there because you're getting barrel aged stouts, wild ales, and then you're getting yeah all this sort of new stuff that they're brewing like old English styles and a very dynamic brewery, Boat Rocker, and Matt's a fucking legend. Brown Oz Sparkling Ale. I don't know about that. Dangerous Ales. They're a brewery that I never really thought too much of, and they're starting to get a little bit of hype, but yeah, I'm still not sold on them. I love Westies, red IPAs, browns, and milds. Hate Idaho 7. Yeah. Cheers, Joey. Is that the Browns Vikings one? Blasphemy. Drink it. Yes, sir. Oh, if I had the money, fuck yeah. God, that'd be good. Imagine, I don't know, I just can't even imagine it. Imagining, imagining something like that just makes me. Not only would I be hanging out with some of my great mates off YouTube, I would be in London, of all places, and I would be watching my favorite fucking NFL team. Wow. It'd be just like my head would be ready to explode. I wouldn't be able to handle it all. We need to win Tats Lotto. Some sort of lotto. We need some sort of win. A big money collection. Anyone friends with any drug dealers out there? I'm going to go join the mafia for a few months. This beer is delightful. I'm glad that number 2 of the series is a banger. Number one will never be seen again. And Mountain Culture, if you want to try some more Luminosa, I would say do it in one of your fruit enhanced beers because I'm not going to buy that either. Yeah, for sure. Westy boy. Crago, you would love this, brother. It's getting more dry and bitter and piney as I drink it. It's got that sort of woodsy, cedary note. When it comes to like Westies and pine and that, I normally get that sort of either like a dry sort of woodsy pine or more of like a dank sort of wet foresty pine, like musty. This one's definitely more sort of your dry, like a sharper pine note. Just imagine, as I say, Christmas tree. Just pretend you get Angie's Christmas tree off her table. Not that it's real, but pretend it's real. And then get a little flake of it, rub it in your hands, and then that's what this beer's like. Woo! I really hope the next two are good. Like. I feel like going in. I knew that Chinook and Strata would be decent, but the two L ones because I'm not familiar with them and their shit names as well. Oh, it's so good. I think Mountain Culture should do a month where they just only do Westies. All the Hayes boys would be like, oh no, I miss my fruit juice. Worlds would collide. It'd be awesome just to see them a month where they just did like a West Coast and a stout or something like that. Just fuck off the hazies for a month. I just want to be able to fucking if I fell into some sort of money, I just can't wait to be able to just go boom, I'm out of here. Sick of the town I live in. I just want to fucking move. That would be the main thing. Obviously, I'd want to go on a holiday and all that shit, but I'm just not happy where I am. And without time and money, it's just so hard to take the plunge. I feel like the only way I could fucking do it is just take that huge risk and just go, okay, I'm quitting my job. I've got long service leave. At least I've got money to live on for a while and then just fuck off somewhere and then just get a job wherever I decide to move to. The hardest thing though in Australia is you can't just find a house like that. You used to be able to just go, okay, I'm moving there, and then there'd be all these houses available. Not anymore. We're a third world country, baby. How do you like your Westies? Westie. I can't wait to see Adam send me photos of what's available, and then I'm like, oh yeah, get me that one. That'd be awesome. I don't need any cloud water, that's for sure. So don't send me any photos from cloud water. I only want photos from track and sure shot. Sure shot will be interesting because yeah, I've never had a standalone beer from them. And it's like it'll be the first and only beer in a long time I'll ever try from them. It's like based just on one beer. No NEPA November. That'd be awesome, Joey. What's the weather like in good old Clevo? I'd imagine it's pretty solid. I are you about like are you around next Sunday or Monday at all, Matt? Because yeah, if so, we could possibly catch up for a beer. I'll have to add you on Facebook or something, dude. Yeah, Vietnam and Thailand are always those two places. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go live there. I'm fucking sick of Australia and the pricing. I've seen recently they've had footage of train stations throughout India at peak hour, and you know how fucking brutal they'd be. And then they had Melbourne and Sydney, like back in the 80s and 90s. And then they show it now, and it's like, oh my God. Ooh. So you guys have got similar weather to us. Fuck. I thought it'd be like somewhat decent. Nah. Fuck, sorry, dude. I missed it. How far up are you talking? Oh, yep. Found it. Cool. Reckless. Are Reckless the one that's based in Bathurst? I'm trying to think. Yeah. I knew you guys were having some decent weather. I better move on to the next one. I do enjoy these multi beer streams. It's quite enjoyable. But in saying that, normally I just drink the half can of each, move on to the next. But I've found myself drinking the two full cans so far. So fuck it. Let's do the same with the next. Here we go to another unfamiliar L hop. Lorien. Isn't there like a L'Oreal? Or no, Laurel. There's one Loral, isn't there? Sure there is. Shit name anyway. Why would you want to call a hop Lorien? It's poop. So yeah, this is a same style as the first beer, I think. Yep. First one was 6.8. This one's a 7. So a New England IPA at 7% with Lorien. And yeah, got no idea about this hop either. So let's get it. Shit. Yeah, I would have thought by now you guys would be getting some nice weather. Yeah. See, we've been pretty lucky, even down in the south here in Australia, where it gets really cold and we don't get as much heat as everywhere else. We still get it, but just not as much. Our summer was pretty good this year. Like we didn't get too much of the real intense heat, but we got a lot of those like really nice days, and it sort of lingered on even into our autumn. We'll still have a nice sunny mid 20, high 20 like days, like when it would normally start to get cold. But yeah, now's the time when it's always around my birthday time when it's like the shittest weather of the year. So yeah, in about 2 weeks' time when it's my birthday, it'll be like fucking snowing and shit. Yeah, I remember having Laurel a few years ago. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's only there you go. It's only from this hop company. It's pretty cool. Exclusive. Oh, you're in Early Beach. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Early Beach is unreal. Yeah. Ah, cool. Jesus. Yeah, one thing with us is yeah, a lot of the farmers are struggling because yeah, the the heat was around for so long and fuck all rain and all the earth dried out like it was really hard. And every little tiny drop of rain we get, it's just not enough. They need like I don't know a good week of like good dump of rain. Because yeah, the poor old farmers now are having to spend all this money on extra feed, and yeah, it's pretty sad. One of my mates at work, he's sort of like a part-time farmer, and yeah, he was saying he went to sort of a bit of a farmers discussion session the other night, and they were talking to a young farmer, and the guy's battling like having to spend hundreds of thousands on extra feed and all this shit. And then they said, "Oh, so how are you traveling?" And he like sort of broke down, like got all emotional, and he said, "Oh well, I'm still here, and my mate's got the key to my gun and all this stuff." And it's like, fucking hell. Like, yeah, there's so many farmers you have to worry about in dark times. I've heard of so many situations with Aussie farmers in drought and that have, yeah, it just gets too much for them. And imagine that though, you bust your fucking ass your whole life, and the weather is what causes you to struggle. Like, it'd be so shit. So yeah, when it comes to rain this time of the year, I'm like, I want it because I just want all the farmers to succeed and prosper. Obviously, the if farmers are going better, it's good for everyone. This one smells pretty good, but in saying that, the first one did too. So, can anyone out there tell me about Mr. Adam in particular, Mr. Looking up knowledge for us? Is there much info on the Lorien hop? On the nose, ooh, she's a complicated beast, this one. I can't even sort of pick out what I'm getting. I feel like there's passion fruit. The Lorien, the Lorien, just like yeah, what the hop characteristics are? I feel like I'm getting sort of like passion fruit, maybe lemon and orange. Maybe something like guava or some sort of like sweet tropical fruit. It's one of those tough ones. Like it's got that sort of floral perfumey aroma going on as well. And yeah, the same, obviously that same white bready base. Is that what it says? that's that's terrible. Fucking hell, I may as well write these notes for these people. It had no it had it had notes of hard liquor and arse gas. It had notes of fried chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna say passion fruit, lemon, orange. Mixed citrus, melon, wild fruit. Yeah, cool. I did say floral. Cool. Thanks, dude. I knew I could count on you for some friendly support. Drewy, get your fucking drinking boots on, brother. I'm on 3 of 4, my dude. First one, it wasn't shit, but it was like mediocre. Second one, and then this one I haven't tasted yet. So let's get into it. I feel like the last one's going to be good. Strata's fucking awesome in hazies or westies. It's always like dank and fruity and vibrant. Not bad. Not bad, but not great. It's the thing with the single hops, you got nowhere to hide. It's solid, but certainly not a world beater. It's definitely got a tartish vibe to it. That passion fruit, I reckon. Yeah, I can sort of get a melon feel to it in the flavour. But yeah, there's some like lemons there, some sort of sweet orange. Got a touch of bitterness for a hazy. But yeah, certainly better than the first one. First beer, would you drink again? No. Second beer, would you drink again? Fuck yeah. This one, would you drink again? Yeah. Wouldn't rush out for it, but would have another. Sweet Meadow. Sweet emotion. We need some tunes, boys. Tunes. Yes. Looks like we'll be getting straight into it after these four. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black. What is it? Black masses. What a song! Fuck yeah. Death and hatred towards mankind, poisoning their brainwashed mind. Oh, Lord, yeah. One of the greatest bands on earth. That was a brilliant selection, Joey. I love you. Fucking oath. And we are talking about System the other day, how much we love them. Oh, yes. Juzzy, how are you, bro? Good to see you, dude. I'm doing a side-by-side review. 4 different beers, my lad. Woo. Hope you're well, dude. Haven't seen you for a while. If you're about tomorrow, we should, or even if you're about in like an hour's time and you're up for a beer, we'll probably be doing a hangout of some kind. Do I go get some cheap beers? Oh, Lord, yeah. Do it, bro. Do it. Yeah. One thing, Joey, funniest thing ever. I went to see Black Sabbath's last tour and it was fucking phenomenal. Anyway, they had a little break, a little interlude, if you may. And I thought now's my time to quickly duck out to the merch stand, see what's available, because I didn't want to leave any of the show. It was fucking immaculate. Went out there and yeah, the old session stoppage didn't go for very long. And I heard the applause coming on, and I was still at the merch stand. And out of nowhere, I heard generals gathered. I'm like, fuck. So I'm just like quickly sprinted back in there. I'm not missing this fucking song for no one. Oh, that was so good live as well. I'll just never forget when they first started Tony Iommi playing fucking the self-titled like real dark song. Oh man, it just sent like chills down my spine. Ah, same as me, bro. Yeah, I was crook all week. That's probably why we haven't seen each other for a while. We've both been well, I've been sick earlier in the week, and you're sick now. Yeah, it's definitely getting around. Nah, us Aussies got to stick together. We're the wild bunch that got kicked out of the country. Our family members are fucked up, so it's obviously passed on to us. Cheers, Angie. Good to see you, mate. It's been a while. I am feeling better. I'm singing Black Sabbath, even though my throat's sore. Yeah. No, I went to Melbourne last Saturday and had a fucking rad day. Like, it was really good. And then coming home on the train, I was like really cold and just feeling a bit shit. And I woke up Sunday and I was like, nah, I'm done. Monday come around and I thought I'm probably feeling even worse than Sunday. So I ended up calling in sick. And yeah, it's very rare for me to take time off work. So yeah, I took 2 days off earlier in the week and finished the work off. But like yesterday, finished the week off, sorry, and still sort of felt a bit shit. And yeah, I only did the one beer review for the whole week because I was fucked. And then yeah, this morning I did one, and I was going to go live with Mersey Beers, but he went sleepies. So yeah, I was like, well, fuck yous. None of yous are around. You're all dead to me. I'm going to go do my own thing. And then, yeah, I wanted to do a multi beer review like this one. So here I am. And some of my peeps are about and keen to get on it. So after this, we're probably going to have a live sesh. What a shame. What a damn shame. Yeah. I never used to get sick, but then started doing shift work and not sleeping very well, and the old immune system is fucked. So now I tend to catch colds quite regularly. It's really fun. Let's pour some more of this old magic potion, baby. Nah, it's not that good. It's all right, but I've certainly had better. The artwork, for those that have just joined, that looks like my hair when I wake up in the morning. Oh, man. So I'm on beer 3 of 4. And yes, 4 different beers, 4 different hops, all out of a hop farm up where Beer Man is in Oregon. Um, First beer was pretty average. Second beer was awesome. Third beer, solid. And it's not the beer that's shit, it's more just the hop. So yeah, it's like mountain culture. One of my favourites, one of the best breweries in Australia. They're just playing around with different hops. So usually, if it's a case, if a beer doesn't taste as good as the other, it's more the ingredient itself. No! I will not drink beer out of a plastic bag. You are dead to me. That'd be a funny video. It's like I'm making beer, baby. I can make beer myself. And I just like dump the ingredients into a bag. Fuck, that'd be funny. Yeah. Who needs fermentation? Let's shake that shit up. Fucking oath. I think I might have to make it happen. How to brew beer. How to brew beer by an aggressive Australian. It'd be pretty funny. Oh man, imagine if I could do something like that and I'm just standing in a paddock that's casually like filled with kangaroos behind me. Oh, viral? Yes. Fuck, that'd be good. No, I reckon the slightly aggressive Australian would be funnier. As Angie says to me, stop smacking your lips. Delicious. I'm looking forward to the next one, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Whew. Yeah. Normally, I take a halftime break and go to the loo. What's going on with me? I'm a beast. I can drink them all and not empty myself. Sounds sounded like I was going to break into a fucking Adam Sandler thing, man. Yes. Weekend's already halfway over. Come on, time, go slower. Delicious. Haberdashery. Delicatessen. You just got to say the most random words in a lippy little voice. Here we go. I just seen something about Spaniard. I need to read down below. Yeah. So I did see that. I've seen his thing and he looked very angry. Um I don't know if it was just a random thing or a because ugh, Preston is an area of Melbourne where they're very, no, sort of set in their ways, very precious, look after their own. I'm sort of getting a vibe that Spaniards come to town and all these people are rocking up to get Spaniards kebabs. And it's probably like there's probably businesses there that are pissed off because they're now, yeah, like their numbers have dwindled a little bit since he's come in. And it could be someone related to one of those, or it could just be a random thing. Who knows? I mean, Spanion's the sort of guy that, yeah, not everyone loves him. He could have some hate for sure. But yeah, no one deserves any of that sort of stuff. I went there last week, tried it, was pretty average. I don't mind Spaniard. Um, yeah, and wasn't afraid to say that I thought that the feed I had was pretty shit. I went to a banh mi place earlier in the day and it was the best I've ever had in that category, like by a mile. And then, yeah, I went to his kebab place after I had a few beers. That was my dinner for the night. And I didn't have to line up or anything like some people had the week before. But yeah, I just thought, nah, I wouldn't bother going there again, sort of thing. It was good to try it and just to see what it was like. But yeah, just nothing special and pretty overpriced. That's gold. That's like something they'd have at a bachelorette party. Tom fuckery, dick foolery. Cheers, Stealth. Good to see you, brother. Haberdashery. Such a random word. Esophagus. Donuts. Yeah. There's been a lot of fucking negativity towards it. I don't know. For me, it just, yeah, it was just very, very bland. And yeah, just the amount you paid for it, it was like, and the way Spaniard hypes it up and that, it was like I just expected so much more. I did like the sauce was good, but you got to get more for your money when it comes to that sort of stuff. I did one thing I did fucking love is the merchandise. Woo. Like it's sort of it's annoying because I don't really rate the food, but if I could get one of those hoodies, I'd be well impressed. They're fucking sick. The Spaniards Kebabs hoodie. It's just like black with like bright yellow writing and just it looks so cool. I was I was like talking to one of the girls that worked there for ages, just like, "Oh, so how do I get one of these hoodies?" She's like, "Oh, you should have got one last week." I'm like, "I'm not from Melbourne though, like, I wasn't here." She's like, "They were available," and I'm like, "Oh, well, how do I get one now?" She's like, "Oh, they all got sent back to Sydney." I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm in Sydney next week," and I said, "I'm not going to fucking Parramatta though." There's a fella at work. He's a good bloke, but he's got all these stories, and I don't know if they're legit or not. Like a lot of people say that he talks a lot of shit, and he actually reckons he knows Spaniard. So I'm like, I sort of want to test him out and go, okay, well, if you do know him, how about you ask him how I get a hoodie? Cheers, brother. Chandlery. Is that ran by Chandler of Friends? Yeah. Yeah, they've probably just gone through like some butcher that's average, and I don't know. It's just I sort of can't remember exactly what it was that let it down, but I mean, it wasn't shit. It just wasn't very good. It was just lackluster. And after the fucking, I'll show you the banh mi I had. Fuck, it was good. So look at this. So that's a Vietnamese sandwich. I had that for brunch and it was fucking amazing. All that red is extra chili that I asked for. And yeah, this is Spaniards here. It just seemed like it was, I don't know, not very filling. Like there wasn't much to it. Taking the piss out of it. Boat parts. What the fuck? I need to start the last beer, motherfuckers. Strata Oats Cream IPA at 6.5. Oh, yes. This one's got a big head, a buff head, if you may. And Alex the beer master pour. So yes, I would say a four finger, possible fist of a head. Um, the body is it's that yellowy orange, but almost like a tinge of green, like a weird color. That's how I describe it anyway. I would say quite hazy, You wouldn't say cloudy because it's pretty hazy. It's got a fair bit going on. It's not quite at that opaque level, but practically there. I would say medium body. Got that. Probably mild carbonation. Let's go with. Ooh. Yeah. Motorboating. Brr, brr. It's got a middle. It's got a middle finger. Oh, this one on the nose just fucking smashes them all out of the park. Be done, you plebs. Bye bye. Woo! Okay. At least I can describe this one on the nose with ease. Let's go. Mixed berry, pineapple, grass, peach, melon, lemon, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm getting like a real strawberry sort of raspberry thing. Mm. And it is dank. I feel like with this jumper and this beanie on, I'm about to go out to the mountains. We're gonna go do some abseiling, motherfucker. Smells really good. It's not as sweet as the others, which is good. There's like that slight touch of tartness. Yeah, it's dank. Let's get in there, boys and girls. Cheers. Oh, yes. Hello, berry. That has huge strawberry. That's like really odd. I love the fact that they don't have anything on the can about characteristics and that. No cheating. But yeah, I get like, in all honesty, I get sort of strawberry and like I wouldn't even say like rock melon. I'd say more watermelon with this one. Yeah. Strawberry, watermelon, lemon. What else did I pick out before? Some peach. Some white peach. Sweet ass candy, baby. That is a delightful beer. I quite like that one. Can artwork? Yes, please. Is that a weed leaf? It looks like a weed leaf. What's going on there? I've been quite impressed. I haven't had to leave for an intermission yet. I refuse to. Intermission. Do 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 do. Boom, boom, boom. For those of you that know Offspring, I am busting though. These slippers are very warm. Ooh, look at that. What's your name? Where you from? And what are you drinking? My name's Sam. I'm from Philadelphia, and I'm drinking. I just coughed that all over. I'm drinking a milk tube from Human Robot. That's good. Some good shit. So, yeah, same as what it said earlier in the piece. Our 2025 single hop series has been designed to exhibit the full sensory spectrum of the hops we hand selected at Indie Hops headquarters, Oregon, across a range of beer styles. We hung out with Stephen, aka Beer Man, and he was a mad cunt. Can't believe they said that on the back of the can. How dare they? This is Strata, 100% Strata hopped oat cream IPA. Cheers, cunts. It says contains milk. Milk? Milk. Milky boy. My name is Adam, and I am in Liverpool, and I am currently drinking water because I am soft. Oh, yep. Setting off to Manchester in 30 minutes. Atta boy! You go get it, my friend. You're going to be my guinea pig. You're going to go to these breweries and you're going to be like, okay, I need to drink every beer here and pick out the best one, and then Sammy can have a can. Nah, it'd be cool, dude. Hopefully, it's a good time, even though it'll be rushed and you can only sort of have one at each or whatever. Like, enjoy. I dare say me and Drew will be doing something. Dave. David Wilson, my good friend. How the fuck are you, brother? Cheers. Currently on a series by Mountain Culture, dude. Single hop series. This is the fourth of the four. This is a strata, and this one is in an oat cream IPA. So it's been a pretty cool series. It's like four different hops, four different beers, and yeah, it's like a hop farm out of Oregon. They've went and smelt them and picked them out, and yeah, pretty cool. Out of the four beers, I think probably one of them was average, one was solid, and the other two were pretty good. I mean, when it's a decent brewery, you know that if the beer's not up to standard, generally it's the ingredients that are in it. Yeah. Hope you're well, dude. Whereabouts are you? I see you're in a pub somewhere. And I'm going to be like a Simon. And I'm going to say if anyone hasn't pressed the like, please do it for me. We need to get this algorithm going. It's one thing even I forget to do when I join other people's streams. I try to do it as much as I can, but I think it's one of those things we need to do more often is like looking out for our mates and always like liking their shit. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, get around it, try as much as possible. Awesome. Yeah, that's always good. Knowing from what I've heard of you, I reckon you'd be after the dark stuff. Have they got much barrel aged like impy stouts there? Cool. So what I'm going to do, because I am absolutely busting to go to the loo, and I know that some other people are keen for a hangout. So, oh, cool. What's the name of the new brewery, dude? Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Um, I don't normally give scores when it comes to like these amount of beers in one stream. I mean, I did a beer review, was it this morning, and I forgot to even give a score. Whoopsie. What I'm going to say is that these two here were my pick of the bunch. So your Chinook, I mean, it's always a solid hop. Original C goes well with Westies, so it was always going to be a winner. You were never going to I mean, before I drank it, I said if it's no good, I'm going to become a female and change my name to Samantha. So I was that confident. Um, and yeah, the one I just had, Strata, the oat cream at 6.5, and the Westie at 7.2. They were the two favourites out of the four. And then the Lorien Nipa at 7. That was sort of solid. It was okay, nothing special. And then, yeah, this is how the series started off. I don't know, I was just a little disappointed. Like the good quality beer, brewed well. They all had the same similar, like, yeah, like starting base. But yeah, just something about this hop, it just didn't appeal to me. I didn't mind it on the smell, but just once I tasted it, it was just very bland and muddled and not much going on. So Luminosa is one of those hops I will probably avoid in the future. You never know, different style, different yeast might be different, but yeah, if I hear a mountain culture using a heap of this, I'll probably like, mm. So yeah, that was my least preferred. So yeah, I'm going to depart and wrap this up. Thanks everyone that's chimed in. It's been a good solid 2 hours. Yeah, I made up for not having any beers earlier in the day. So I think from now on, I know miscellaneous, as in Andrew from Florida. He's keen for a few beers. Maybe Adam from Mersey Beers and Craig from Kent Beer Reviews and myself and some others possibly. So yeah, we'll probably be around somewhere. I don't know if it'll be my channel or wherever, but yeah, look out for us in the next half hour. And thanks for chiming into this one. And we'll see you again probably for another review tomorrow. Hope everyone has a good weekend. And yeah, cheers.